Guys, it's your girl. I know I haven't been on my kibbles and bits lately, but I am babysitting my niece and nephew. And let's say they are a challenge. Yes, they are. They are a challenge. But love them. Love them. Anyways, question of the day. What is the saddest moments in One Piece that made you guys, shed tears? What was it? I have several moments. So let's get into this video. But before we get into this video, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. And comment below so we can start conversation because I do like starting conversations. I do. Anyways, the first moment for me, it was, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Like I said, I'm babysitting. Okay, the first moment for me was basically when Robin was getting part of the crew when she just got onto the crew and then turned around she had, I think, the government or the government people, like I forgot what their name was, but they were after her. And at that very moment she chose her because Luffy is like, tell me what I want to hear. And, well, tell me you want to live specifically. Tell me you want to live. And basically, when the tears come out, her eyes, let me tell you, I was not going to cry because I promised myself I was not going to cry. If I watched One Piece, I was never going to cry. But when her tears came down, my tears came down. And I sat right there, boo-hoo, crying like nonstop. The tears never stopped. Even when the moment had passed, I still was crying. It's like they did Robin like that. Why they do Robin like that? Robin, tell him you want to live, girl. I was boo-hoo crying like I was in my bed at that because I remember I was in my bed watching that moment. And I was trying to figure out why she was crying and why people wanted her. Cause I think she can, what she is, I forgot what she is. I think she can read the little cube things that, nobody else can read. And I think she can read it. So that's why they wanted her. And they wanted the knowledge that she has in her brain. So I think that's why they were after her. But yeah, it was that moment. Second moment. This one break me because seeing Luffy cry like that. Like I say, we're watching my niece and nephew, and they are atrocious. They are atrocious. But anyways, let's get back to that moment where basically Ace had died. I hated that moment for Luffy. I literally hated that moment for him because your big brother died due to due to he couldn't just walk away. Due to he couldn't just walk away. And I'm guilty at that too because I never, if somebody says something to me, especially if they say the word be, and a lot of females know what the word be. I'll put it on the thing so y'all can see it. But yeah, if somebody calls me that, or somebody call me out my name, or somebody basically just randomly say something that they know going to piss me off, then I'm going to just stop and say, what do you say? What did you say, sir? What did you say? But at that very moment, Luffy cried his soul. And I think he was shocked by I didn't think, I know he was shocked by the fact that Ace died. He pushed it in the back of his mind when he actually came consciousness. When he came conscious, he basically was asking for Ace, and everybody, Jinpei and everybody was saying he's dead, he's dead. And at that very moment, he couldn't believe it. Like he literally couldn't believe it, because this was the same guy say he'll never die. He always got Luffy's back. The very person who believed in Luffy before anybody else. He was the only. He believed in Luffy, and then he didn't believe in Luffy because he wanted to be the king of pirates too. So, yeah, that moment broke the hell out of me when Ace died. Then, moment number 3. I was against Sanji about this whole moment. I was really against him. But that moment broke me because, first of all, what he did to Luffy. And to this day, I'm still pissed off by that same moment. When he kicked his captain, he lifted his leg using the very power he swore to use to protect Luffy and defeat all Luffy enemies with. He used it against his own captain. And the bad thing about it, he's gonna get inside the little caddy with his family, shed tears after he betrayed his captain, and let his captain starve, because his captain said he wasn't going to eat nobody else food but Sanji's. I hated Sanji, and then I understand what Sanji was going through, because even though you hate your family, because the family treated him like shit, the only person that never treated him like shit was his sister. I can understand that, because family is going to always be family, but I also was angry. I also was angry as well, because that's your captain. You swore an oath to your captain. And the moment you raise your foot or finger at your captain, I feel like that's disrespectful. I felt like he should never let Sanji back on the crew like that. But I can also understand Luffy. I can also understand Sanji as well, because that's still your family at the end of the day. And you wouldn't want to wish death on your own family. Maybe if he had actually talked to his captain and tell his captain what really going on. We all know Luffy retarded. We all know that, but they still talk to him. He's not. He played dumb. He ain't dumb. Luffy is not dumb. He played dumb. He understand what the hell going on. It's just he don't give a fuck. At this point, he just don't give a fuck. He ain't got time for that. He wants to be the king of all pirates. That's all he wants to do. He don't care about that bullshit. He really don't. He don't care what you got to say. Long as it's what you want, you can do whatever you want. But long as you get me to where my goal is, I don't care about all that. And that's how he thinks. And that's why I like Luffy. That's why I love Luffy. That's why. So that moment right there when he betrayed Luffy was sad, and it also breaks me too. And I was angry. I was, because I was like, don't let him back on the crew, Luffy. Don't let him back. Don't let him back. Hell no. Listen, if Zoro been right there, Zoro would have been out whoop his ass. Hands down. Zoro don't play when it comes down to Luffy. He really don't. He don't play. He will whoop his if he had did that to his captain. That's why Zoro wasn't there. They know what Zoro. Me and Zoro been thinking the same. That's why I love Zoro. Zoro don't play. When it comes down to Luffy, he do not play. And I don't care what nobody say. He does not play when it comes down to Luffy. He doesn't. Just like Robin don't play when it comes down to Chopper. That's her child. Chopper is her child. Who do you think Chopper lap he's sitting? It's Robin. Who you think he cried to? It's Robin or Zoro or Luffy. But still, that's Robin child. Whatever. It was another moment that broke me too. Yes. Um You remember when basically the fourth. This the fourth moment. You remember when Luffy was I think they got on. Okay, like I was saying, you remember the moment when Kuruma was using his ability, and technically he basically was saving the Straw Hats, but he knew that in their mind, he knew that they weren't ready to face Kaido and all of them, right? So he basically was chasing them and knocking them, using his ability and knocking them into different parts or different areas of the sea so they can get the proper training that they need to get. So basically they can face Kaido. And Luffy realized at that very moment that he was weak and he couldn't think. He was trying to protect his crewmates. That moment broke me when I saw him cry. Well, not for the first time, but cry because he was too weak to protect his crewmates. Because being weak is not a pretty sight. It is not, especially when basically your whole life you people was telling you and laughing at you, saying that you're not gonna be the king of pirates, and basically laughing at him when he wanted to be a pirate and all that. Because since day one, he said he wanted to be a pirate, and he never faced a strong opponent. Well, he faced strong opponents, but he still managed to get out. You know, he still managed to get out. But Kuruma at that moment wasn't really a opponent. He basically was that was the nice Kuruma. Because we already know the backstory with Kuruma. We do. We know the backstory and what he sacrificed for his daughter to, live her life and get, thing. But at the same time, at that very moment, Luffy break down because he was weak and he hated himself being weak and vulnerable to the point where he couldn't protect his crewmates. So he didn't know that Kuma was basically trying to protect him at that time. He thought they were really going to hurt him. And he thought Kuma was basically killing his crewmates, but they weren't. But that is my moments. Okay? What is your moments? Tell me your very saddest moments of One Piece. Until next time.